Hey everyone, welcome back. I am back today with more Rebels, you guys. So I think we passed, like, I don't know if milestone is the right word, but I think we're officially starting to head into like some, okay, like I hate to even say meat and potatoes of the show because it's been so good so far, but I do feel like we're kind of moving into an even more heavy plot now. Does that make sense? Last time was amazing. It was so good. I really think it's one of the best ones so far. And that's really saying something because I've been having a ton of fun with the show. And I've been really loving all the cameos and everything they're doing to kind of just sort of flesh out the Star Wars story in general. But man, last time we got some info and I cannot wait to see where it's going. So I will briefly get into just kind of what I thought of the last episode and my hopes or theories or whatever on where it's going. But before I do that, I do just want to say if you're joining me early today, you know just what that means. It means you are one of my awesome patrons. Thank you so much. And as always, I'm sending out those big old hugs right through that screen. And if not, still thank you for joining me today. I'm glad you're here. I do hope you'll consider supporting me that way. The link to my Patreon is going to be in that description down below. And if you are joining me on those YouTubes, I hope you'll hit like and subscribe for me. Thank you so much for that. Yeah, so the whole thing just goes from like bad to worse or like interesting to more interesting, and that we start off with this concept of like Empire Day, which I think in general is just like, it's one of those things that it's like a train wreck. You can't turn away. It's like, you know, it's like, oh my God, no, it's so cringy. Yet for them to kind of like Hunger Games style parade around all that they've done for the galaxy like it's a good thing. It's just, it's hard not to watch. Because you're just like drawn to the craziness of the whole scenario. So we have that, and we have, you know, Ezra just not acting himself. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, we kind of know that something happened to his parents with the Empire, right? Like something happened to his family. It was probably the Empire. Then we get the news his parents were taken and it's his birthday. So he was born on Empire Day, and someone brought this to my attention. And I'm like, oh my God, how did I not put this together sooner? And that's that if Ezra was born on Empire Day, which is the day that like everything went down, then it stands to reason that he's like within a few days the same exact age as Luke and Leia. That really put it into perspective for me, because sometimes when you're watching these shows, like I lose track of the timeline sometimes. And it was cool just to be like, oh, wow. Okay, so I had like never, ever even thought of that. Although you could do that by yourself, too. If you did the math on it, it adds up. It makes sense. Because we know this takes place, like, 15 years after Revenge of the Sith. Then we get this whole crazy adventure leading up to this individual from Ezra's past stating that he knows where Ezra's parents are. Or, like, he knows what happened to them. I don't remember what the exact line was, but it's, like, it was ambiguous. So it could either be good news or bad news or, like, both. Like, I have a feeling if I had to put money on it, it'd be, like, they were taken for, like, labor or something with the Empire, and, like, they may or may not still be alive. But if they are, then they're, like, in some kind of, like, horrible situation with the Empire. Another thing that was brought to my attention that I'm like, uh-oh, I never thought of that, was that we have this, like, interruption of the Empire broadcast from time to time. And last time we learned that Ezra's parents were specifically, like, doing a broadcast. So, coincidence? Maybe. Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe not. We will see. But yeah, it was just such a good episode. And now I feel like after a lot of really well done establishing and good character stuff and everything, now I feel like we're really getting into, like, it's just hard for me not to say meat and potatoes, because, you know, everything has to be food with me. And certainly no disrespect to anything they've done up to this point. Like, it hasn't been relevant or good or interesting, and not to say that at all. But now I do feel like we're ramping things up a little bit. Do you know what I mean? So, all right, guys. Without further ado, I'm dying to see where this is all going. Let's go ahead and jump right into the next episode of Rebels. Let's do this.
Didn't you hear Tseebo? He said he knows what happened to your parents.
I don't know what happened. They're dead. So go.
Oh!
Are my parents dead?
He's like, he doesn't want to hear it,
Extra popular tonight?
yet at the same time.
Because his cybernetic implant has downloaded half the Empire's secrets.
Okay,
Which
I
is-
can see why that's important.
It's awesome for us. Definitely not good for, you know, trying to keep a low profile out here.
They took Hera and Ezra and Bridger away.
Where? Where did they take them?
What?
Forgive Tseebo. Forgive him.
Forgive you?
Tseebo.
Failed. Tseebo was afraid. Tseebo could not raise Ezra Bridger.
Coward! You could have
He was
stopped them.
supposed to
Why
raise
didn't you
him?
stop them?
I wonder if maybe they had an arrangement or something, him and the parents.
You failed them, and you failed me.
I wonder if there's more to
forgive
it.
you for that.
Oh, Ezra. Why do I get the feeling, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he really did just get scared and, you know, sell out to the Empire, but
Fast travel over interstellar distances.
could he do?
Hyperspace is optimal.
Oh, Letta. There we go. He's helping. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna redeem myself.
Hang on.
Nice. I mean, I imagine he picked up a few tricks along the way. Oh, dang it. I knew those eyes under there looked familiar.
I still sense the Jedi and his Padawan within my grasp.
Ah! That was a frightening shot. Oh no, they got a tracker on him.
Now what do we do with them?
We have a few ideas.
He has a ton of knowledge we could use, you
But you're
guys.
the one who has history with Tseebo. What do you think we should do?
Oh,
Don't
Rebellion
know,
member.
don't much care.
Ezra, you'll never advance as a Jedi if you can't be honest. With yourself, at least.
Yeah.
That's
Tseebo matters to you.
Yep.
You do care what happens to him.
why
He's
should I?
still important
He
to
did
you.
nothing to save my parents.
What could he have done against the entire...
I mean, that's the
Look
thing.
at what he's done since. The Imperials encourage these implants, but they're not mandatory. Not yet. He must have volunteered. And then he uploaded
So he
their
could
secrets
get-
and ran.
Swastika.
Hmm?
He said the Empire can track the ghost.
Oh, he knew about the
Imperials
tracker.
can't follow us through hyperspace.
Or can they?
Imperial XX.
Chopper, are you okay? Chopper's like, where? He woke up on the wrong side of the bed, apparently.
Calm down.
It's so you're safe. You're safe.
We need you to scan the ghost for that.
Chopper. It's like, I'm sorry, who is
They
this?
can find that tracker, you rust bucket.
Oh, I think he just said something a little uncharitable. Enjoy it, speak.
The Inquisitor is on our trail, and as long as Ezra and I are on
We
board
know a
with
lot,
this,
which is
we're
good.
jeopardizing Tseebo's escape.
So I gotta leave the ghost and go to this nasty-filled asteroid as a favor to Tseebo.
As a favor to all of us.
Ezra, this is
Your
part of our
episode.
mission. Yeah, this is part of our mission, hon. I know it's hard not to include personal feelings, but
Your parents. Do you really believe they're dead?
Yes. No, I don't know.
he's
Doesn't matter.
confused.
Yeah, of course it matters.
Yes, it
You have
does.
to talk to
I've been on my own since I was 7, okay?
Oh,
If I let myself believe
that
my
one.
folks were alive, if I let myself believe they'd come back and save me, I'd never have learned how to survive.
oh, he's just been here the whole time.
The best time for a lesson?
No, but I figure it's learning like you do best, by surviving.
This was where we were. Okay, yeah, because you guys pointed out that that was actually something regarding the clones.
Afraid.
I got news for you, kid. Everyone's afraid. But admitting it as you just did, Makes you braver than most, and it's a step forward.
Yeah.
And you're being honest.
As a nightmare.
Not a great birthday.
One with the Force.
It's like, I got the Force.
One with the Force.
Everything's good.
Force. One with the Force.
You baby, you can see I'm understandably scared. Ah! Nice. Okay.
Let go! Don't be afraid.
I'm not
It's-
afraid of them.
What?
Then what?
What are you afraid of?
Just
Afraid of what's the truth is?
I'm afraid of knowing. I'm
Afraid of
afraid of
knowing.
the truth.
Yep.
Sorry. I'm sorry. I forgive you, Tseebo.
Ah! Tseebo?
I too am sorry. Forgive me for everything.
I'm out of it. Oh my god. Whoa. Oh, they're like, we are at your command. They're just said it's like they're in a heel position, you know? Like when you get dogs in heel, they're like, at your command.
Docking complete. Heading to the airlock now.
Acknowledged, Fulcrum. We're ready and waiting.
I don't suppose Zeb and I could get to meet Fulcrum this time.
Nope. This time you stay in the cockpit.
That's what we did last time.
I would be curious to meet Fulcrum.
Better.
Tseebo see Ezra Bridger again.
I hope so. Someday. Is there anything you'd like me to tell him?
Tseebo
Where's
failed
Parents?
Bridgers did not watch over their son. But Tseebo tried to make it right by accessing Imperial files.
And that
Exactly
intel
what
will be
Sabine said.
invaluable.
Tseebo accessed file on Ezra Bridger's parents.
Oh.
Knows Bridger's fate.
Then tell me, Tseebo,
What happened to them?
and I'll tell Ezra.
Oh, and they cut away because they like to hurt me.
Sir, they're over here.
I think they're gonna get more than they bargained for.
Sir!
Did we just get all the beasties on our side? Yes, we did! They truly are at your command! Charge! They have learned the kill command.
This was your plan.
Beastie! I mean, please don't chop the... Okay,
Guess
you
if you got
chopped it.
something done right.
And that was the plan, was to... Okay, that was actually a really good plan. Oh! Poop. Now would be a really good time. Oh no, Ezra! Do something. Oh, you know what?
Not
He's
going near it.
about to show you power. Oh crap.
Get back.
Ah, yes. Good, good. Unleash your anger.
No! Don't listen to him.
Teach you what your master could not.
You don't have
Stop.
anything to
I've
teach
been
me.
down this road.
Is too strong for you. It is swallowing you up, even now.
No.
Your master
No,
will die.
does not have to.
No.
Will be lost.
Using
This is
fear,
where the story ends.
anger to try and get to him. Ezra, come on. You're stronger than this, Ezra. Oh! 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 Ow! King Beastie?
No.
King Beastie! King of the Beasties! Giant Beastie. Oh, Ezra. Oh, it's you could tell, you could see Ezra's rage through the beast. And he's okay, and he's out. It was too much. It overpowered him. Okay. Someone grab the lightsaber.
I feel so cold.
I know.
Passed out.
It's okay. We're leaving.
He had like rage overload. Yes. Good job. Okay. Oh. Well-timed beastie.
I saved us,
You did.
Yeah.
but something doesn't feel right.
If your
Yeah.
will isn't strong enough, when you open yourself to the Force, you become
Oh.
vulnerable to the dark side.
I
Yeah.
was trying to protect you.
I know, but your anger and
Yes.
fear caused that giant creature to attack.
I
Right.
don't remember it.
Your powers are growing so quickly you weren't prepared. I didn't teach you what you needed to know.
Oh,
Sorry.
well, you're doing your best, Kanan. You're doing your best. He had to be like a Padawan himself when all this went down.
Ezra.
Ezra?
Ezra needs a little time to himself right now.
Okay, but some of us want to know. Some of us want to know.
Talk.
Oh, is it about Ezra being a little vulnerable to the dark side at the moment?
I have just what you need. It's the holodisc from your old house. It was pretty degraded, but I cleaned it up and I found something.
Oh, it's a picture! Baby Ezra!
Happy birthday, Ezra Bridger.
Oh, I like how they're like friends now. Their bond kind of grew. And now he has a picture. You have a memory, sweetie. You have a memory. Oh, I wish they did. They're not gonna tell us. They're not gonna tell us in this one. They're gonna save it. Oh, that was really, really good. A lot of things happen here, guys. So there's a lot to talk about in terms of, you know, it kind of occurred to me somewhere along the line here that although this becomes less and less of a thing because we see Luke is older when he's training and everything, like typically with a Jedi, like historically, they're not very old when they train. The reason being, I'm sure there's many reasons, but you know, the more kind of memories, attachments, baggage, issues you bring to the table, the more susceptible you're going to be perhaps to the dark side. And, you know, there is no more like Jedi Council or anything now, but so, I mean, anyone who's strong with the Force, it's just a good idea to train that up, you know? And I get that, but at the same time, you know, it reminds me a lot of the way that, like, Anakin was coming to the table, learning to be a Jedi with a lot of stuff in his past. A lot of negative stuff, you know, having been a slave, having to leave his mom, just a lot. And now we have Ezra coming to the table with, you know, having lost his parents, having to survive on his own, just having a really rough life. And I think that it's totally understandable that this is such a strong power that any kind of personal influence that you let leak through can open you up to the dark side. I think that's just inevitable. You know what I mean? And again, I think it's probably one of the reasons why Jedi in the past were trained when they were so young, you know, so that you almost were kind of like, I hate to say like blank slate, but you know what I mean? Does that make any sense? So, and not only that, but Ezra's had a lot going on. Like, Ezra was probably at a place where like he was as stable as you could be with that kind of past and upbringing and everything. And now we've just thrown a wrench into the works here with news that like his parents might still be out there, Tseebo returning. You know, we've done a lot to emotionally shake up Ezra, and he's really volatile right now. How could you not be? You know, like I think there's just an element of this that like you're still a person, even if you're strong with the Force, you know what I mean? And that's why it takes just so much discipline. But I feel like what they're insinuating here is that Ezra's so strong with the Force and he is evolving in his abilities so quickly that the volatile set of emotions that he understandably has, we're not progressing quickly enough with that, learning the discipline and the training and everything. And of course, Kanan is blaming himself, but it's like, bro, you're doing your best. Like, if you do the math, he couldn't have completed his training either. Like, and now you're kind of forced into a situation where you're, you know, having a Padawan and everything, without having really completed your training yourself. So everyone's just doing their best, but I do feel like they're building a lot of groundwork here for like, oh, you know, there's a lot maybe wrong with the situation, or at the very least, like there's a lot of issues here. There's a lot of danger here in what we're doing. Particularly when, you know, we don't have that, like, community of the Jedi anymore. The closest community you have now, like, the closest is the Sith. The Sith are the reigning ones now. So, man, watching the Inquisitor trying to, like, tempt Ezra was not cool. It was not cool. But I know he's stronger than that. I know that's not how it's going to end. I know they're not going to end it like that. Like, but I have a feeling maybe it will be something that we, like, explore throughout the series of, like, Ezra having to really learn that kind of mental control and, like, being able to resolve to the best of his ability his issues so that they don't take him over. Of course they're not going to tell us what happened to his parents because they want to hurt me. So I guess they're going to hang on to that one. Good thing is at this point where if I had to guess, I'd say they're probably going to hang on to that one for the season finale. And I think we're pretty close to it now. That was episode 9? Episode 9. And I think 12 is the last one for season 1. So I am dying to know. Although like I said, if I had to put money down, I'd say they're probably still out there. And they're just not in a good situation. Or maybe they escaped and now we don't know where they are again. Or maybe they died. They might have died. I think we need to prepare ourselves for, like, they may have died. And the thing is, like, Ezra made a good point here of, like, hope can be dangerous when you're just in survival mode. You know what I mean? Like, when you just have to get by, you can't afford yourself the luxury of thinking that they might still be out there. You just have to, like, cut yourself off and be like, no, they're gone and I have to get by. And now there's that hope again, you know? So, like, it's almost like hope is wonderful, but at the same time, when you've been in a situation where, like, you've almost made peace, like, you didn't really have closure, but you, at the very least, accepted one scenario, having another, like, door open, another possibility open, can almost be, like, bad. You know what I mean? Like, it's not bad that they might still be alive, but I think you see where I'm going with it. So, guys, that was a great episode. I cannot wait to see more and learn just kind of like some of these mysteries we're building up. Learn more about Ezra, follow his journey more and our whole crew's journey. It's just been really fun to watch. So I hope you enjoyed watching along with me. As always, thank you so much for joining me today. And please be sure to join me next time as we inch our way to the finale. We will watch it together. Bye for now, guys.